My next question too for you, Isabelle, from the marketing standpoint and everything that you did, just from starting out at the OG Rucker Farm, what is some advice that you have in terms of marketing, building community, and I guess trust for your guys' brand?
I think I was really fortunate that social media and content creating kind of came naturally to me. So I would speak to those who it doesn't come naturally to. Find someone that can give you tips, and it will save you so much time. So
maybe it's your cousin.
Maybe it's your cousin, yeah. Like we are fortunate. My cousins are just like so. I mean, I think I'm good, and then I send my stuff over, and they're like,
they're very much involved.
I mean, you just waste so much time not knowing what you're doing with content creating, and I am by no means an expert, but I enjoyed it. So I loved creating a logo. I loved drafting up a newsletter, and I take photos of my children all the time, and it's a hobby. And so it was fun to be able to morph that into something that would be of value to our business. Trying to think.
Well, you said whenever for farmers markets, how you can't just share your whole big picture story. So how do you sell, or how do you get your, I guess, products across to those types of folks without, having to do the whole, here's the 10-minute backstory?
We do a photo album at our farmers markets, and it's full of everything.
Animals,
family, our chicken tractors, our processings where our kids have blood and feathers all over them, and it's just raw and real. And it can be something where I'm flipping through and pulling out of coolers at the same time. And so that's the one way that I really love to bring people in. It's like you're sitting at, your living room coffee table.
Absolutely.
Here you are, this is a piece of our family. And that's what people are hungry for too, is authenticity. And I remember the first time that I started going to markets and had to start selling cuts of beef, which I thought was very intimidating because I'm not a great chef. So I'm like, how the heck am I going to sell, the top sirloin, New York strip, and these, top rounds and all these things. And I'm like, I don't know. I've never even cooked these well. How am I going to do it? But I got to be honest with them. And then I got to ask the customer, how would you cook this? And you have a conversation. And you don't have to be an expert. And that's what I think people have a radar for. They're like, are they a know-it-all, or are they someone I would want to visit on a weekly basis? Are we going to be able to meet and have a conversation, or are they just going to shove a product down my throat because I need to have this? And it's I'm just very humble when I am at a farmer's market, and I just love conversation that comes naturally. And I personally don't like buying something when I feel like it's forced upon me. I feel that way even with the way I do newsletters. I know what we're supposed to do to the call to action and the buttons, and I know all of the stuff, but I am so dedicated to writing a blurb about what's happening, and it's full of spelling errors and full of just Isabelle run. I love an adjective, and run-on sentences, but I don't want anyone to feel forced to buy anything, even though all the podcasts that I listen to that are marketing specific are this is how you do it. And I'm I think our customers, at least our ideal customer, can read through that, and they can sense when it's being forced on them. I just didn't want our relationship to be like that.
I think another piece is that we have never spent any money on marketing.
No, never.
We spent a lot of time, but we never had a marketing budget.
Yeah.
So it was our presence and our look at the farmer's market. It was Isabelle. It was maybe we spent $40 a month for the email newsletter subscription, but we weren't throwing deals out on, whatever platform people run ads on.
But that was the stuff that was keeping us up at night. If we did do that,
maybe we had a slower start.
Yeah.
But honestly, we didn't have the product to have Google ads running, I don't think. So it was just very authentic. It was a natural growing scale. With our stage of life, I think it suited us well. We didn't I mean, our financial goal is just to provide for our family, and as it grew, it was going to get more, and we just kept utilizing. I don't think actually. I mean, I think Rucker Farms maybe paid us $800 or something. We very much just dump it all right back in and continue growing it, and so it's still sort of being morphed into where it's headed. But I think that was one piece. Is when you saw us wherever it was. We had some good signage at the markets that might kind of create the question. You know, I think our banner said local, regenerative, pasture raised, and so people would just go straight to like, what is regenerative?
Yeah, and they're like, well, let me tell you. Like, you have your elevator speech, and you just
and I could almost answer that question while I tell someone something else. You know, but a lot of our look, I think, would give people a question, and they didn't need the elevator speech, if that makes any sense. But the people who really, really wanted it would come back every week and hang out.
Yeah.
And they were in, and some of them have become like family members almost.
Yeah.